man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
All right, I heard that some pay-per-view could come up for Bud June 5th. Heard Bob said that on your boy Barbershop Conversation. I don't know why he go to the barbershop. He just say that shit. But also gonna talk a little bit about Shakur Stevenson fighting on Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. But let's get to it. So, they said they got a big announcement for Bud coming this weekend. Bob said that. Somebody relayed to me that there's a few names that could be known. The reason, I don't remember putting that in my trash, but I recycle bin. Hold on. Check my recycle bin. I remember doing that. But he basically said that the guy that wanted, ain't nothing I'm putting there. The guy that actually gonna be on pay-per-view with Bud wants his name anonymous. So, whatever, hold on, close that out. Whatever that dude, close out the wrong window. Fuck. Close out the wrong window, but it's all good. But the person that won, boy, this Norton ain't starting off well for me. The guy that won his name, anonymous. Sorry, I'm going through some things this morning. He won his name anonymous right now until his name this week. So you got a situation where I hear a few names. Let me pull it up. Okay. So we got some other news. I'll do it for another video. But Crawford fight will be announced this week, and it's going to be pay-per-view. Could be Pacquiao, could be Sean Porter. Crawford is fighting someone, but the guy that he is fighting don't want Top Rank to give the name to the media before they make the announcement. So I'm hearing the opponent might be Porter after all. We would know this week. Looks like Bud could fight June 5th. They also talking about Thurman for Bud. So I mean, should be interesting. Most people think it's gonna be Porter, and obviously you're gonna have people saying that Porter just caught COVID. Povetkin caught COVID, got whooped. For Chet, we talked about him getting COVID, he got whooped, and they fucked with him. Luke Campbell got COVID, he got whooped. But if it's June 5th and they move off that May date, well, it's always gonna be June or May, I think it was. So June is pretty packed with Andy Ruiz, Ariola the 1st, Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders the 8th. 22nd is Ramirez and Taylor. Devin Haney fighting the Friday following that. So more likely it's probably will be May 5th or sometime in May. Earl Spence fighting July 30th or July 10th. So I mean, like I said before, if it's Porter, they said they didn't want to put it on pay-per-view. Maybe Bud nudged them or something. So be it. So be it. I mean, it is what it is. I'll be happy with Pacquiao. I'll be happy for the Porter fight. If Thurman come out of nowhere, that'll be a good fight. So 3-rumor fight sounded really, really good for him, man. And I hate when the thing on the side, but this was a raw video. It's the first video I'm doing today. I'm trying to get in the groove, man. But I mean, it should be interesting, man. I really don't have no preference. I mean, he beat Pacquiao. They give him leverage to get the Earl Spence fight. What he said he moved on from. What I did hear, and things always change, is he gonna take this fight. Next fight, he gonna move up and challenge the Charlo and Rosario. Not Rosario. What's the old boy name? Castanos winner. And this is me assuming right here. Possibly retire. So I don't know. Things may change. With Snoop Dogg calling for the fight. Maybe Triller jump in, tell him go to purse bill, make sure you get paid, or buy the fight outright. But if he moving on from it, we moving on from it. So I guess he targeted Big Meal because we know Castanos don't don't stand a chance versus Big Mel. But I mean, at the end of the day, bad first video. At the end of the day, we just want to see those fights, man. If he fight Pacquiao, then he fight Sean. If that's what he want to do, that's a good thing. If he fight Sean, that's a good fight. Fight Keef, that's a good fight. But if Keef want Earl Spence, the best way to get Earl Spence is get the WBO. But it's an excuse for Keef. Keef been out the ring too long. But think about it, I think more people go for Terence than Keef, even people that's not counting on that don't like Bud because of the situation with Earl and Keef. With Sean, good fight all the way around. People excuse gonna be COVID. But Sean a good fighter, and Sean get the best out of him. Pacquiao, he old, so they all got excuses. But then they can say, well, for Sean, already lost to Earl, but Sean had already lost to Brooke and had to draw Julio Diaz and a bunch of fights. But if it's Sean Porter, I love to see it, man. But the toughest fight out of those three is probably gonna be in this order. Shit, Sean and Pacquiao a draw to me. I know a lot of people around Bud Camp say they knocked Sean out. It ain't never been done before. And I think Pacquiao, big left hand, his experience, caused problem. The only reason Keef ain't up there too, lethargic. He been cold. He been out the loop. That's the only reason I don't put Keef up there, man. But for the most part, they all three really good fights, man. And when Bud last fought, first Kell Brook, that was in December, so been once upon a time, he would have already fought in February, March. Been trying to fight in the summer, come back fight in the fall, try to fight another time in the winter, man. So, things starting to change at boxing. They starting to fight 3 or 4 times, 2 or 3 times, 2 times a year, 1 time a year. It used to be 4 times a year, 3 times minimum if you had an injury or he was getting that money. But man, interesting to say the most. But let me know which one you like in the face. I'm thinking more likely it's probably gonna be Sean. I did get it confirmed that Keef is in talks to fight Berto and Devin Alexander. Maybe he don't like the money. Maybe he don't like the fight. But maybe want to jump to bigger things. But I doubt it. I know Sean got COVID. He said he couldn't smell, couldn't taste. So, I mean, maybe they factored into them wanting to fight, pay for that Bud fight. Because maybe, you lose to Sean Porter. And then what you got, options on him. He run back to PBC and make it undisputed with Earl Spence. And Earl Spence beat him a second time or Sean from top. So, I get what they doing, man. But, to move on. They said Shakur Stevenson is fighting Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. And Berlanga, I think the Nicholson guy, the dude that been calling him out, Nicholson is probably gonna be the opponent, I believe. And they say, I'm trying to pull it up. Give me a minute. Bad morning. What you gonna do? They say Shakur headlining July 12th, New York City, Puerto Rican Day Parade, Puerto Rican Parade weekend. Shakur dad was Puerto Rican. Berlanga the co-main event. So, I mean, good for them. Big weekend for him. Didn't know he was part Puerto Rican. But good for him. I'm not sure who the opponent gonna be. But I do hear, switching lanes, that he's going to be fighting the Valdez and Frampton winner. After that, he just got to stay busy fight June 12th. So it is what it is. And they say Bud fighting someone big, though, because someone told me he fighting on pay-per-view for sure. So, all the stuff still coming in. But, I mean, look good, feel good. Hopefully, if it's Pacquiao, it's Pacquiao. If it's Sean, it's Sean. If it's a long shot in Keef, it's Keef. If it's a long shot in Virgil Ortiz, it's Virgil Ortiz. But, he going to pay-per-view. And I think that's just trying to keep up with the Joneses. That's just what Deontay Wilder tried to do. To keep up with Anthony Joshua, they tried to have to guarantee him a large amount of money, $20 million, scrape it to $20 million. And, before the Shakur fighting, dude, he a real dog. I love Shakur Stevenson, man. I just think a little bit more aggression. But Bill came on today and said, they ain't trying to take no hits. Floyd Mayweather popularized that because Ray Leonard wasn't about that, Duran wasn't about that, but, longevity. Mike didn't give a fuck, but Mike was going to get the bag, but smart. But, hey, if everybody fought like that, wouldn't be no fun. So everybody don't fight like that. But Shakur, I think he more of the hit and don't get hit. He gonna last, definitely gonna last. But we'll see, man. Looking forward to this fight. Looking forward to Hoop Bud fighting on pay-per-view. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out anytime if you have a business question, inquiry, response, or video request. All the social media links in the description. Fast way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. All links in the description. Facebook group link there as well too. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate. Share the video. Peace.